We are getting some new video, learning new details this morning in the search for the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. This is video from a neighbor's Ring camera. It caught a dozen cars passing by the area of Nancy Guthrie's home the morning of the abduction. Some of the activity takes place around 2:30 a.m. on February 1st, which is around the time Nancy Guthrie's pacemaker last synced with her iPhone. FBI telling Fox News that some of its operations and the search have been moved up to its Phoenix office. And KLD in Tucson is reporting that the 84-year-old's home, which has been considered a crime scene for nearly a month, will be returned to the family either this weekend or sometime next week.
26 days since the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie in Tucson. The 84-year-old was taken from her home nearly a month ago.
And there's been no arrests so far. Very few public leads that we know about, but the internet has been fraught with speculation. Many people accusing other family members or those close to them of being the suspect. So when the FBI released these images taken from Guthrie's doorbell camera, the internet began to pin the blame. Some zeroed in on a man named Dominic Evans, who is the bandmate of Nancy Guthrie's son-in-law. In an exclusive interview with the New York Times, Evans spoke about how these allegations have impacted him and his family's lives, how they feared leaving their home, and how they're trying to protect their young children. Today we spoke with the journalist who wrote the article. He says Evans wanted to clear his name.
This is someone who's never been detained, accused, never had anything searched, anything like that. It's even sort of less tied to this than some of the people who were, seemed like they were detained and asked questions and, wanted to look through their phone or something. This is just someone that the internet, zeroed in on because he's in a band with the son-in-law of Nancy Guthrie and has a charge in the past for taking some things while out at a bar. So, there was really no actual ever accusation by law enforcement about this guy. He was approached by the police, as many people have been in the course of this investigation, because he knows the family. So they asked him a little bit. They said, do you recognize this person who's on the Nancy Guthrie's doorbell footage? Do you have any idea who this might be? Tell us a little bit about the band that you're in and how you know the family. And that was about a 40-minute interview. And he, like I said, that was 2 weeks ago. He hasn't heard from them since. And but what he's gone through since then is people online continuing to think that they, for some reason might be ahead of the investigators and know that this guy, the things that they're saying are really in some cases quite absurd. I mean, they'll compare the doorbell footage to his eyebrows and his eyes, and it's a lot for him and his wife to endure. And they're trying to, raise three boys in this suburban Tucson neighborhood, and they're having to deal with this nonsense online.
Yeah, this guy's been everywhere online. Evans' name, his picture, his address, all posted online. He says on multiple occasions, dozens of people showed up to his Tucson home. The Pima County Sheriff, Chris Nanos, who did not want to rule out anyone beyond Guthrie's relatives, said Evans should speak with some attorneys and possibly sue some of these people for libel. If you'd like to read that entire article, we've posted a link on our website, fox10phoenix.com. You can also watch that entire conversation with the New York Times journalist there on our Fox 10 Phoenix YouTube page.